This is tutorial number 2 of the Android beginner series. We'll be talking about Android layouts. What layouts do we have and how can we use them? I'll be just showing you how do we use them, all of them in this single tutorial. So let me just create an app saying layout, say all layouts, and let's just go and edit this particular to SS, and as usual I'll leave all the other things as they are. Okay, so we have it ready. In seconds. Okay, so we'll just delete this hello world, control and save it, and I'll just move you to the, so in this particular, this is fragment.main.xml. so I would, for this tutorial I'll prefer to use activity main.xml. We'll have another tutorial where I'll be explaining what is the difference between activity main XML and using fragment main XML. So now we can delete fragment.xml, and I'll just go to the source and delete this piece of code. Even if you do not want to use fragment main.xml, you can do this. Okay, so moving forward, here we have relative layout. So we'll just go to the graphic layout to see what all types of layouts do we have. So we'll be just going through first relative layout. So relative layout is where you can place the items as you want. They'll be placing the items relative to each other. So now say we have a text view over here and we place it in the bottom. I just want a button adjacent to it, so I'll just put a button, and you see the tooltip over here, it says to right of text view 1. So here it is set. Now if in case I move the text box towards right, the button moves along with it, because it has been set in such a way that it should be towards the right of text view, and the text view has been set on the basis of align parent left, or align it to with the parent, that is the layout, towards left and top with a certain margin. And similarly you can place the other items, and now this button is in connection with the first button what we have, and when we move this, all of them move together. So we can change it according to us in the activity main.xml as well, but we have to be very careful, as moving the items continuously might just misplace them totally. So just when you're editing the main.xml, just make sure you come back and keep looking it after every step you do, that nothing is messed up much and you are getting the result as you want. So here you have all the options of where does what it is referring to and how does it move. So we see over here this line says Android layout align baseline to text view 1. So this is aligned with text view 1 and the bottom according to text view 1. So that is how they are mapped with each other. So we'll just do a Control Z, so we just go back to our original thing. So this is how relative layout works. That is, if you want buttons to be placed as you want in a random order, you will be using relative layout. So I'll just delete the relative layout. I'll just say save. We'll get an error, but then I'll just drag linear layout. For linear layout, vertical or horizontal both have a function where you will be having items in horizontal or vertical order. So when we pull in any button over here, now this is a relative layout which its orientation is vertical. So every item you pull down, it would be vertical. It will be just stashing one below the other, one below the other. It will not be in the other way. So that is how they all are stashed a vertical order. And if I just go over here and change it to horizontal, that literally means I'm making a horizontal layout. All of them are stashed like this. So depending on your app functionality, you can use you can use linear layout, horizontal or vertical. So we'll just do again a Control A, delete, Control S, and we'll go ahead with the next one. And if we have a frame layout, although there's not much I can show with respect to directly showing a frame layout. The main purpose of frame layout is to put everything in a single frame. The frame layout behavior needs to be adjusted. The frame needs to be adjusted properly, so you have all the items exactly put in. So whatever is there over here will be considered as a single frame. So it is better opted when you want to display a single image as a message. That is how we'll be using frame layout. Better explanation would be given in later tutorials when we'll be actually working in actual apps. And this is grid layout. Okay, let me not explain you grid layout first. Let me explain you the other ones. We can come back to grid layout later. Yeah, we can include a table layout. So a table layout is exactly as same as it is the purpose of TTTRs in HTML, if in case you know HTML. So we have a table layout over here, and I pull in a table row under it. So at a table layout you have a table row. So in this table row, whatever you put would be considered as a single row. So any item inside this would be added as a column. So now what I do is I drag a large text, and you see we have a large text and a button in the same thing. So we have two columns over here now, although you can put weight as 1 so both of them take equal amount of space. So this is two columns in a single row. And now if we want, we can add another table row by just you can also drag and drop, as I did earlier for the first one, but I would prefer XML in this case. So now we have a row number 2. So we have this row number 1 and we have another row below. So let me just add another text view over there. So we can, okay, let me say button, so it is visible straight away under that, and give the button an ID of 2. So when you say Control S, you will see your row number 2. So row 1, row 2, like that you can go ahead and add. We can even do that straight away by directly adding a table row without a parent of table layout. But then preferably if you are adding multiple things apart from table rows, then you would need a table layout. And we have something called fragments. This will talk in the next tutorial, and space fragments include other layout. We'll be talking in the next tutorials. And finally, before I leave, we'll talk about a little bit about the grid layout. So in grid layout you can place items which you can scroll in both ways. We have something called a list view. So when I'm trying to drag it in, so it gives me that one by one insert into cell sort of a structure. So this is for user to allow to do a left or right scroll sort of a thing. more of to be used in the maps. We do have scrollable list view, not currently over here. We'll be talking about that later when we are talking specifically about items. So for this tutorial, I guess this is it. I know you might be having multiple doubts about layouts, but then as I go forward with fragment layouts and other things, I'll be explaining them as well. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Please do subscribe. Bye.